TMZ Sports is reporting, and Shams Charania, that LeBron James' son, Bronny, was rushed to a hospital after suffering cardiac arrest during a basketball workout. This was yesterday. He was practicing and suffered cardiac arrest. This is according to a spokesperson for LeBron James' family telling TMZ Sports. Medical staff able to treat Bronny, taking to the hospital, now in stable condition, no longer in ICU. We ask for respect and privacy for the James family, and we will update media when there is more information. The spokesperson continues, saying LeBron and Savannah, LeBron's wife, wish to publicly send their deepest thanks and appreciation to the USC medical and athletic staff for their incredible work and dedication to the safety of their athletes. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Sports a 911 call, a 911 call, a 911 call was made at 9:26 a.m. Monday from USC's Galen Center. That's where the team plays and practices, and that LeBron James' son was unconscious and taken by ambulance to the hospital. According to TMZ sources, they said it was a code 3. Code 3 means that the ambulance lights and sirens are on, which signified the seriousness of the emergency. So once again, Bronny James is in the hospital, no longer in ICU. He is in stable condition, suffering a cardiac arrest. We'll keep an eye on this. Any other information we can bring you, the fact that they were able to keep this quiet for 20 hours is pretty remarkable. But Bronny working out, and LeBron and his wife sending out their deepest thanks and appreciation. USC acting upon that to get him to the hospital. All right, 877-3DP Show, email address dp@danpatrick.com, Twitter handle @DP Show. I always go back. I was working a Sunday night sports center, and Hank Gathers, this is when Loyola Marymount was the story in college basketball, their style of play, Bo Kimball and Paul Westhead. They had fun, and I remember we were going to get highlights of Loyola Marymount. I don't think the game was televised, but we had a cameraman out there, freelance cameraman, and he focused on Hank Gathers after a made basket, and Hank backed up and then collapsed right in front of us. And, you know, we had to treat it like that was a news story. It wasn't a basketball story. Now, these aren't highlights. This is where you're watching Hank Gathers die. And, you know, you didn't have the defibrillator. You didn't have all the medical staff there, people being trained in this. And, you know, I just remember you gear up for a show and you have a rundown. And then all of a sudden, hey, we're going to get highlights of Loyola Marymount. All of a sudden, you're getting video of a game where Hank collapses. And Hank was, you know, one of the best players in the country, going to be a first-round draft pick. And you just see him kind of back up, stumble, fall. And I remember Chris Myers was the reporter, and Chris did such a great job because he wasn't planning on covering that story. Next thing you know, he's going to the hospital to cover Hank Gathers fighting for his life. But those things, you know, they happen right in front of us. Damar Hamlin, you know, that's right in front of us, national TV. And at the time, I thought that maybe he got hit in the chest. And maybe, you know, did he get the wind knocked out of him? And that turned out that was what happened. He got hit in the chest, and all of a sudden, irregular heartbeat, and he's down. And then when you see players, when players will take a knee, or when they're trying to shield the player, there's a difference. You take a knee, somebody could be banged up, got the wind knocked out of them, but when they get closer and they realize, or you can just see the facial expressions, then you know it's serious. At the time, we didn't know. And the fact that the ambulance doesn't take off, and we later found this out, it won't take off until he's been stabilized, because you can't have that ambulance rocking back and forth when you're trying to put a needle in somebody, give them an IV, whatever you're trying to give them, administer your services to them. But he's dying right there in front of you. Don't realize it. Hank Gathers, when you're watching it, at the time I didn't realize it, but then when you watch it later on, when you understand the severity of it, and you're watching somebody die right in front of you. They brought Damar Hamlin back to life. But with Hank, and, we had been given a heads up. He'd been given a heads up on his heart condition. But, yeah, so, Bronny's 18 years of age. Going to USC, bright future, obviously. And we'll keep an eye on any updates that will emerge from this. But hopefully that update will be that he's able to get out of the hospital. No need to speculate on coming back from cardiac arrest. But we've seen this before quite a few times with basketball. Reggie Lewis with the Celtics. You're watching somebody die in front of you.